Matthew chapter 16, verse 26 asks this question: For what is a man profited if he gains all the world and loses his own life? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his life? Hi, this is Barry Phelps with 10-Minute Torah, day number 5 of the double Torah portion, Bahar B'chukotai. Let's finish up this double Torah portion with Vayikra, Leviticus chapter 27. Again, let's start reading with verse 1. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel and say to them, When a man separates a vow by your evaluation of lives unto Yahweh, when your evaluation is of a male from 20 years old up to 60 years old, then your evaluation shall be 50 shekels of silver, according to the shekel of the set-apart place. And if it is a female, then your evaluation shall be 30 shekels. And if from 5 years old up to 20 years old, then your evaluation for a male shall be 20 shekels, and for a female 10. And if from a new moon old up to 5 years old, then your evaluation for a male shall be 5 shekels of silver, and for a female your evaluation shall be 3 shekels of silver. And then it goes on and it talks about a variety of other evaluations, both human, animal, and land properties. So what are we talking about here? This is in the case of one who would evaluate their lives for a certain amount and make a vow that they would pay this to the temple treasury for the maintenance and upkeep of that temple. This is strictly voluntary. This is not compulsory. So it's not a yearly requirement that one would do this. This is similar, I guess, to the Truma offerings, where one would give as their hearts moved them to do so. Perhaps in connection then with a particular prayer or a season of prayer. One may say, I will give to the temple the evaluation of my life for a year. And so they would give that offering, perhaps not to bribe Yah or to appease him, but to show that their heart was for Yah, for his kingdom, for his people, and for the temple. So the evaluation process seems to be, in our modern day world, sexist. That it's obvious that the evaluation of a man or a male is greater than that of a female. When one must remember also the day and time in which this has been given to us, and that is that the productivity of a man perhaps would have been seen as being greater than that of a woman. It's not that he works harder. Any woman who cares for their home and their family in this day and time, now and then, is working very hard and is to be commended and applauded and appreciated. However, one that is engaged in some form of craft or field production, men typically were the ones who went outside the home and produced labor, hard labor. And therefore, it may have been evaluating of them that they created more income or more productivity. The Torah is right, ever how we look at it. We may disagree. We may, again, have more modern sensitivities. But Yah knows what he's talking about here. The thing that we should keep in mind is Yah gives us an honest value of ourselves. We're going to look in the mirror and we're going to do one of two things. We're either going to beat ourselves up and give ourselves no chance whatsoever, feeling as if humility is the greatest commodity on the face of the earth, especially if it's way out of balance. And so we will be self-condemning, self-depreciating. Yah's not pleased with that, and no one should be either. On the other side of that coin are those who give themselves every benefit of the doubt, every loophole to dance through, every excuse, every justification that they can think of to get over whatever their issues and whatever their faults might be. It's rare to find someone who's balanced in the middle, who is willing to take an honest look at themselves, affirming themselves where they are getting it right, and critiquing themselves fairly enough to honestly say, I need to improve in this area. That is a specialized gifting of the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, to allow someone's mind and spirit to understand this is where the fair evaluation of us is. So what are we to take away from this? We don't have a temple, and we are not lining up to offer the value of our lives for any purpose. So why is this important to us? Well, one of the reasons that this is important to us is to realize that we have been bought with a price. In 1 Corinthians chapter 6, it says, verse 19 and 20, or do you not know that your body is the dwelling place of the set-apart Spirit who is in you, which you have from Elohim, and you are not your own? You do not belong to yourself. This is picking up from a thought we had yesterday. Verse 20 says, for you were bought with a price. Therefore esteem Elohim in your body and in your spirit, which are of Elohim, both your body, your physical person, and your spirit, your spiritual reality. Both belong to Yah, because they have been bought with a price. The reality is this: Yeshua paid full value for us. He paid more than full value. This reminds me of Hosea, the prophet, going to the auction block where his wayward and adulterous wife, Gomer, had left he and his children and had fled back to a promiscuous harlotry of lifestyle, found herself in the lowest dregs of life, and Hosea shows up not to buy her for whatever the going price might be at the moment. He paid a large price for her, giving us a clue that Yah is not skimping on our value. He sees more value in us than we see in ourselves. So stop beating yourself up if that's what you're doing. Stop condemning yourself over whatever failures of the past or even the present, or whatever failures you're estimating for your future. Yah has paid an extreme price for you in the giving of the life of his own Son. Therefore, you are to be valued highly. Live at a high value. That doesn't mean go out and buy stuff. That means you understand, I am valuable in his sight, and I am going to live as the purchased of Yah, giving honor and glory to the one who has redeemed me from all that I have put upon myself and upon those around me. We also could apply this to Acts chapter number 5, according to what is written in chapter 27 of our Torah portion. A piece of property is valued according to the size of the property and the number of years of crops that are available until the Yovel, or the Jubilee. So if the Yovel, year 50, is 30 years away, then there are 30 crop seasons, less the Shemitah years, that are available for the productivity of that land. And then there is an estimation of how much the size of the land. In Acts chapter number 5, Hananiah and Shapphira, his wife, they sold a possession. It's very likely that Kepha, Peter, could have figured out, I know the size of the land and I know what it would be valued, and that's not what you're bringing here. And therefore he realized they're lying. Don't lie about your value. Be honest. Walk up front with Yah. He's paid a large price for you. Shabbat Shalom. Be blessed. Have a glorious time with any and all who are with you. May Yah's presence be with you. May He favor you in all things that you study with Him. Until next week, Shabbat Shalom.